So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's go now.
Young working from the gun. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. David Onyemata there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. Go.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Here's Brooks. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They got a handful on the play, now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Out of the gun, Young. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Young on 3rd and goal. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Prater puts it through. In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hop, set, pick. Let go.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Design bootleg here. Vacates quickly left side. Got a man. It's Drake London. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. And it's got to come back. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 21. Working quickly here. Third down, it's Penix. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. It's a gain of 4, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 1. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. From the shotgun, Penix. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then we like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Penix working from the gun. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he got this close to midfield before going out. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a 1st down.
Panthers 60, Panthers 60. 79 Broncos.
Throwing, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll send their tight end right. Trying again following the sack. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Penix looking to pass. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen. IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Running back sent in motion. He gets the first and more to the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Penix now on 1st down. On the move. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Trying to force one through there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Falcons will have a 1st. From the red zone now. Got a man. Robinson has it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And again, it's Penix. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Falcons trying to make some noise before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From inside the 1, here's 1st and goal. They kick the running back in motion. touchdown. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons, who won up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Defense shows blitz. Young. Ligette's got it. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. From the 43. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking Xavier Ligette's way there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Let's go.
Young to throw here on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Rolling out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Throw reeled in by London. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And that brings up 4th and short.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Takes it in at the 21. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it's going to be Panthers football. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Let's go now.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. McMillan hauls it in. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Go.
From the 27. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Bails out of the pocket quick. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
On 3rd down, it's Young. That pass complete to McMillan. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Throw left is intercepted. And the Falcons get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Here we go, here we go.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Running back sent in motion. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's wishing he left this one in the end zone, Brock, as he goes out of bounds short of the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Jukes out a one-stop. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
Let's go. Go.
Penix on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, then completions follow.
Buying some time left. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Defense showing blitz. Here's Penix. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Brooks has got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 32. Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to keep it this time. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way. We need to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Young. And he goes down. The Falcons got to him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Matthew Wright for the point after. Near that right upright, but it sneaks in. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's Agnew on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Man in motion here. Play action. Here's Penix. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Panthers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready, ready!
Play action now, Young. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Here's a give up the middle. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Ready up.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go. Go.
Rush coming for Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Hurry, hurry.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, ready.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he takes it down to the 2. No touchdown. He's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure.
And he will take this across. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Right on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers make it a 10-point ball game. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught and make the stop. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Rookie quarterback, Brock, threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at Ass Payton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go, set.
Penix now on 1st down. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. On 1st down, here's Penix. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Panthers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
To the air on 1st down, Young. That's complete. Here's Brooks. Still has some space up near midfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or a dude shredding a defense just like that.
And he can't escape. They drop him to the turf. Got a flag down, though, from early indications. I think this might be on the offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Young on 1st and 10. Searches, and he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
An individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it's
to the house, touchdown Carolina! The Panthers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Panthers make it a 24-point ball game. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the set.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Penix here from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. At the 20. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons making the scoreboard look a touch better. Drake London with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got...
And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team. 2-score game. Gotta get yourself additional opportunities somehow. And that right there, that's a huge one. Feel like they absolutely now have to translate this into points.
They really do, and not just make it a one-possession game. As you've taught me, Kate, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
One possession at a time, one play at a time, one bite at a time to the very end.
That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. So it's 2nd down coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Penix on 3rd down. That's incomplete left side. This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Trying for it with Penix. He finds him beyond the marker. Big man showing up the yards. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So here we go. The Falcons lining up for a big two-point conversion attempt. And again, it's Penix. Nothing doing on that two-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Panthers secure that kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for two. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Here we go, set.
Young working from the gun. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. Falcons got to score in a hurry.
Here we go, here we go. 69,
Penix working from the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Panthers have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Right there, an attack on the point after. And the Panthers take a 3-possession lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. A bit of desperation. He's got it deep downfield. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Drake London with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get...
Put the body on the line for his team. He lays out and gets it. Wow, that gets him the 2 points. And the Panthers secure that kick. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. He's throwing for it. Buys time, rolling right. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
McLeod now returning it. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Penix looking to pass. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Throwing now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Panthers take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, that's one of those cases, and we see it at every level. He simply took off before he got full possession, and that's simply a drop.
Young on 3rd and goal. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers have likely locked up the win right there. Right on for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Penix on 1st down. And they pick him off again. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's got time here. The Falcons getting close, and they take him down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's got him. That's McMillan. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Now, 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get 1 more snap. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest.
Come back team! Come back team! Take go!
4th down, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.